The desire to build our main house and live in our dream home has me inspired to press on, knowing that this project will give me the skill set and the personal qualities I need to achieve my bigger vision.
Just like our own mind, this wall needed some TLC. So how long did it take the paint to dry? How long is a piece of string? How long does it take to manifest your dream? It's a question millions have asked and still ask today. I'm doing all the things, I see it, I feel it, I've practiced it, I've imagined it in all of its finer details, but it's still not here. Why do some things in life seem to flow easily and others remain so elusive? There are several elements that affect gestation time. Let's go through them so you and we too can better direct our outcomes. Every dream starts with an idea. A small seed that, if planted in fertile soil, watered regularly, or even better, rained on, has plenty of warm sunlight, will grow. Or, if lacking these things, in the case of these potatoes in our tyres here, not grow. If the conditions are not quite right, the seed can't germinate, root, and eventually sprout. But if you put all of these required principles or elements together, like the potatoes, your desired outcome will sprout. And the more intensely you apply each principle, the shorter your gestation period. For example, we decided we wanted to purchase and live a free and creative lifestyle on a large property. Within months of making our decision, here we were, enjoying a life filled with fun, adventure, independence, creativity and joy. But Rob wanted a big red tractor to care for this amazing land, and he has a small yellow tractor. What happened? Don't get me wrong, Rob loves Miss Massey, but she is no big red Fergie. Rob has a desire for a big Massey Ferguson 4700 series, and he feeds this desire daily. Rob has mastered Principle 1, a strong desire. So what are some of the things that could be slowing down the appearance of Rob's big red tractor? Let's take a dive into the principles that cause this difference in gestation time. We're going to cover 5 principles in this video to awaken some new thought processes for you right now. And if you want to take a deeper dive, jump over to our VIP group on Patreon and we'll lay it out there for you, nice and thick. If you agree with our message to live a life you love,
come and join the fun on Patreon. Click on the QR right in front of the screen.
Or click in the link in the description.
Oh, do you like my tractor?
So you plant the seed into your creative imagination, the idea percolates, brand new ideas start to pop up to help out, you get excited and you start taking action towards your goal. The seed is germinating, the roots are creating a foundation, and the seed is about to sprout. But you can't see anything on the surface. There are no signs that anything is working. You're doing everything you know how to do. You're visualizing, you're planning, you're taking action, you're growing as a person. Your desire is strong, yet nothing seems to be happening. The roots are growing under the surface. It's working. It's just not visible yet. The soil's not breaking open with your desired result for you to see. You become impatient, doubt creeps in, the monkey mind. You second guess yourself. It's just not working. You give up. Well, here's an appropriate place to introduce the next vital principle, and that is faith. You have to trust the process. Believe that your outcome is in motion even before you can see it. Imagine the roots growing below the surface, the foundation being laid. Like a country road at night, you just trust that the tarmac carries on around the corner as you blindly travel at a fairly high speed through the night. Let's see how Rob practices the principle of faith in daily life, as well as the third principle, persistence. And then we'll discuss the importance of our imagination in bringing our vision to life and the importance of our self-worth to receive it.
So, got the beam up and it's now not so hot, it's only 38 degrees. Haven't never done this type of rustic roof rafter construction before. That there is going to be the first ridge post. I find myself following the vision I have in my head and just trusting the process. It's going to go right there. Let's drag it in. I firmly believe it will turn out just as I see it in my mind's eye. So this angle bracket here that will hold the ridge beam to the house. The bit of wood is my measuring stick, well, measuring block. That will transpose the width of the bracket onto the ridge beam. If this doesn't make sense to you now, just keep watching and it will be revealed. This repressive heat and lack of skill set is enough for most of us to procrastinate and never get this sort of project finished. But the desire to build our main house and live in our dream home has me inspired to press on, knowing that this project will give me the skill set and the personal qualities I need to achieve my bigger vision. Yep, out comes the circus trick ladder assembly yet again. This time to help lift the deceptively heavy ridge beam into place. But that may prove more difficult than I first thought, you know. The pulley is made of a plastic wheel hub from a trolley, and the steel rod has a washer welded on the end of it, which slides through the ladder tread, and it's all held in with a pair of vice grips. So the thoughts are, asking you what you think. Well, I mean, you told me to rig this up, so I'm rigging it up, and it's...
Yeah, because I mean, neither of us can reach that height, and the ladder stops here.
Yeah.
So we were thinking about going incrementally up there, but it's not going to get us to the top. So
Okay.
that'll get that side to the top. What about this side?
Well, once this is in, this groove is in on the beam, we can use this ladder, because obviously we've got leverage there, so I could probably just have that on my shoulder and just go one step at a time.
How are you going to... You're going to climb the ladder with that on your shoulder?
Yeah. You see my shoulders?
Is there nothing we can tie this to? What about that whole beam?
How am I going to tie that to the beam?
Do you have a hole that you're going to...
Yeah, but the hole is going to go...
into there. Okay. What about a strap? You know the strap, the green one that kind of grips on there?
Yeah. Where are we going to hold it to?
Well, at least hold it to be able to, like, maybe I can hold it, so if you...
Are you going to become like
But
an
I can
engine?
put my weight on it. If we loop it over there, I can put my weight on. At least that's a second safety. If you're going to be climbing that ladder with that on your shoulder.
Loop it over where, darling?
Over that beam.
No, there's no leverage. Where are you going to loop it back to? It's sealed off.
Okay. You need to have something holding it up. You can't just free ball it up a ladder with this on your shoulder. That's just not going to happen.
Why?
Like this one here that you wanted to do that with.
Yeah, but got it up, didn't we?
Not by doing that, no.
All right. Well, then I'll wheelie the quad onto the deck. Once this ends up and in.
Do you think this end's going to stay there on that angle? It's going to be almost upright. Like I feel like we need to kind of keep it at least...
Level-ish.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I was going to put the ladder on that end.
Yeah. So we could possibly lift it already onto this or this rung before we lift that side up.
Yeah, it's got to go back and then in, or on the angle, because of this. Because this is where that beam sits, right here.
Yeah.
So we've got 500 overhang.
So it needs to actually sit here
What
first to be able to have that back far enough to get it in then. Or can we come around like that?
That's what I'm thinking, that's why I'm in this angle here. So this comes up,
Okay.
because this is the centre here. So this comes up, I sit it over.
Right on that weld, is it that where it's going?
Right on the weld, right on the strongest point. Do you know a weld, right? 1 inch, 25.4 millimetres of weld would support vertically 1 metric tonne, 1,000 kilos.
Well, that's good to know. This won't
Was
fall
that
down
2,200 pounds?
then.
1
dear.
inch of weld.
We live in Australia, we're talking kilos.
A good weld. Yeah, but we've got a lot of American friends.
Learn kilos, it's so much easier. Multiples of 10.
I'll tell you what, right, here's something. When you talk in inches, right, and then when you get really, really small, you talk of thousands, right? Thousands, like a thou, 1 thou. Well, a thou is actually a metric number, like 1,000. But in inches, they do in fractions, like 7/16 and 16/34. And where does the thou come from? Shouldn't it be 1,036, because that's a fraction?
I didn't learn inches. I was born in Australia.
Well, if you're in America and you can tell me why you use thou, which is a metric term, as opposed to a fraction, let me know, because I really would like to learn that for my own self. Anyway, let's get this in.
So, plan. Put the ladder over there, get that side on it,
Yeah,
get it semi-level,
yep,
hoist that one up,
yep.
and then think about how on earth we're going to get that the rest of the way.
Well, the ladder's in the way then. Ladder's over there, we want the ladder there. But
Well, we can slide it over.
I think it's suck it and see, because I don't know what's going to happen. I know it's safe, because worst case scenario, this has got it. It's not going to go anywhere.
Well, you're not so tight.
Yep.
Okay.
So let's just suck it and see.
All
You know
right,
how
well, we need to get this side onto the ladder first.
No, that's what I'm saying. Let's just hoist this up and see what happens. Because if you put the ladder there, love, when this is up, I need the ladder there as well.
Well, between the two of us, I'm sure we can slide the ladder over. Oh, hoist it up. Let's see how it goes.
Oh.
That rope's definitely not going to slip off. This is done up tight.
I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, stand clear. I mean, she's got to do a trip hazard. And you can either stand back behind.
I might stand on this step, hey? Okay. So am I
So
tying it off?
it's cleated there.
Is that all I'm going to need?
I don't know. I'm going to take the weight and see how you feel.
All right, maybe I can. Is that it?
All right. You haven't got any weight there. Gone back to where it was.
Yeah, it didn't.
You've got to maybe untwist that then.
Yeah. How do you want it?
If I put it on there, right? If you, because you should now leave it there like that. You should have a bit of friction there.
You reckon?
Yeah, we'll see.
I hate to drop it on your
Ready?
feet. No, that's just going to go, love. It's slippery as hell.
Is it?
Yeah. It's going.
Where are you going?
I can at least loop it over once, can't I?
If you want to, then.
Got it?
Yeah, yeah. That's how it was.
No, it was kind of back through itself.
Le franchise, ready? Ready? How's that?
Not going anyway until you lift it up.
What about that?
Yeah, that's fine.
What about that?
It just doesn't want to move on there. Rightio.
Okay. I might have to get the ladder and oink this up.
How did we do it last time?
Oh, we had it there and it was in line. We're pulling like that now. So we've got quite a few opposing forces. Right?
I like being under that.
It's not going to go anywhere. Ready? Hang on, before you do that,
Yeah,
let me,
this is set up
hang on, before you
different.
do that. Okay.
See, last time I could grab this part and pull it, and then we had it looped down here.
We'll do that then.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to let down.
Okay.
Fucking hell, that's so hot. My arms are burning.
You're very brown.
Yeah. Give me 3 seconds and I'm just going to come in and oik it up and you're going to... Alright? 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Gotta re-shimmy it again. But it's flashing red.
Can hold this, I'll go have a look. I'll sit it in the freezer for 5 seconds.
Right. It was at this point our camera decided it needed to cool down too. So, off to the freezer it went.
Are you ready?
Yep. Bony shoulders. When? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, loads to go, haven't we? Ready?
Yep.
Am I the right side of the beam?
Yep. Got it. Got it. Pardon?
Oh no, I'm not the right side of the beam. I've got to be this side.
Okay.
Let it down a bit.
Radio.
Okay. All right.
Yep. Got it.
Okay.
That's almost going to be vertical, love.
Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. Right.
Yep. Okay, pretty much.
Have we got that much to go? All right.
Yep. Yep.
Good.
Yep.
All right. We got to swing this around now.
Shall we tie this off then? While we swing it round?
Oh yeah.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
We have to pull it back and then in.
All right, so what are we going to have it tied up there with?
Oh, we won't.
Well-
I just have to hold it.
I think we need to.
This, babe, there's nothing to tie it to. Please.
Well, I don't think it's safe for me to help you because I'm not strong enough to hold it.
No,
And I'm not standing under it.
no, you'd be fine. You stand out of the way. If it goes, I'm just letting it go. Let me test it.
That's so dodgy, love.
No, it's not dodgy. See, look, I've got it. I'm as strong as an ox. We need to go up a bit more. And there, look. It's on now. Ready? Why not?
Well, what do you want me to do?
Not much really. Just make sure that I'm safe and.
Oh, okay, don't do it then.
Well, that's not going anywhere, and it's tied off to there. So the only way you can go is swing left and right and down.
So you're going to climb the ladder with one hand with a 50-ton log on your shoulder,
Yep.
with that leg nearly down under the house.
Yeah, it's fine. Look, it won't go under there because of the. How about then I have it in my lap like this, and I just walk up, and you behind me pushing me.
I wonder how far this way we need it to be able to get
Well, I'm
past
reckoning this door. It's not, honestly, it's not heavy. I'm only lifting 50% of it.
that. Okay.
See? Now there, I reckon it needs to come out to here, look. Don't you?
Yeah.
But then, like you said,
But it has come your way quite a lot.
okay, how much more can I go that way?
A lot. Do you want to...
Is the beam moving?
It's just about, yeah, it's just about to click onto its spot. There we go.
Oh, she's in.
Yep. You got a good 4 or so inches.
Yeah.
If you come back down, I can move the ladder.
How about, right, we tie it off on the top here and we move the ladder across.
Okay. Rope.
There's some rope behind you. Actually, no, I don't like that trick. I'm going to come back down.
We need to tie it to that beam.
This beam here.
The steel metal beam. The roof beam.
Okay, love, for the last time, we cannot get it through there without wrecking this. You drive the quad out, that will pull the beam out. I just need about 4 inches.
Can you bring it back down and I'll move the ladder over and take it back up, or is that too heavy to even
Well, then I'm
think
going
about?
to kind of be over here because of this knob here.
That's right, and then you sit it on that knob, and then the next move is to the bracket.
But I can't hold it on this knob and move the ladder.
No, you need to come back down and climb up there.
I'm not going to leave this just perched on here with nothing.
No, you need to come down with the log, with the beam.
Yeah.
I'll move the ladder over.
Yeah.
And then you need to climb back up the ladder with the beam.
Yeah. And then I'm here.
Yes.
How am I going to get it there?
You're going to have to sit it on the log.
I'm not going to sit it on here and then come back down because this is too precarious.
Well, I can get up the other side of the ladder and hold it there while you swap sides of the ladder. But I don't know how on earth you're going to lift it up to that bracket without a winch or something.
Okay.
Just be careful. Do you want me to hold the other side of the ladder in case it tips?
No. I just want to see if I can do this now.
Are you sure that ladder won't tip?
Yeah. Get my head around the other side. There we go. We are fighting the Z purlin, which seems to be pushing the log, ridge beam, towards the house. I'm having to pull it back and lift it at the same time, which, as you can imagine, is proving rather difficult.
Oh, babe.
But you know us, persistence always prevails.
No. You got basically 2 steps down. I can move the ladder over before you bring it this way. I'm going to come around that way.
That way? All we've got to do is stick to our plan. But in this instance, it's a rather loose and precarious one. And trust our process. Because if you do, marvellous things can and will happen.
You're crazy now.
Do you want safety?
Stop watching now. Am I okay to move?
No.
Because I don't feel safe seeing that comes through and over the
Okay. Can you pass me that towel, please? It's just too bony on my shoulder. My bony shoulder. Thanks. Okay?
Yep.
Well, I want to go back. You know when the step ladder is just that half height to... I'm short on one leg. Right. In the workshop is the jimmy bar, the crowbar, the pry bar on this wall.
The orange one?
Yeah, I think I just need that extra bit of leverage. Yes. Now I got to get it up somehow.
Do you want me to take that bar?
No. It's wrong height.
What about if you turn the steps around? Nelly, good job.
Oh,
I can't believe you got it up there.
God.
Oh my God.
Oh, my shoulder.
I bet.
Around that bone. Why have I got such a bony shoulder? I used to have big fat. My shoulders used to be like my bum.
Non-existent.
No, that's now. Right.
Do you need some bolts? You got bolts? Beautiful.
Ah, block of wood, babe. There's a block of wood right over there. It's just going to help me a little bit, I think. Yes. If you can put the block of wood in.
Another one?
I've got this one. I'll just turn it on its end. Hey, I'm starting to smell some sweet success here. God, that's so good. I have no idea how... I need to move my ladder. Does it look good?
It looks great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So with a change of a shirt and a nice cold drink, we can move on to the rest of the rafters. I'm using building strapping here to lock the rafters into both the steel beams. Once this one is in, it's just a case of wash, rinse and repeat. The vision in my head is actually starting to become a reality. After finally got all these done, right to the very end. Looking good, apart from the holy tarp cover. Now, what we got to do, finish this end off. So I've got 1, 2 to do, then we've got to do the bathroom. So first things first, we've got to source from this pile. Oh, in the country, always, come on dogs, always shut the gates behind you. So this is the pile that's left. Got quite a good one there, that one there. That one's okay, it's got a bit of a split there. These two I pulled out yesterday, those two here. And this one's too short. So we've really got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's some pretty unique features, this. Dressed up may look quite nice.
To teach these principles to children and help them to live a life they love, you can find our books on Amazon.
Hey George, what you doing? George. What a beautiful rooster. This is too short for rafters this way. So this is going to become a rafter over the bathroom. It's still about 100mm short, but there is an overhang. So I would sacrifice a bit of that in order not to throw this away. So I'll go and grab that other substitute rafter and we'll just carry on using that. And while you weren't watching, we managed to get all of the corrugated iron on the roof.
The next important principle I'd like to share is our imagination. We need to nurture the image of the goal, and we need to nurture our self-belief or self-worth. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's look at the role that our imagination and self-worth plays in the gestation period of our manifestation. Let's pull it all together so far. You have a strong desire for something you know that if you remain focused on it and trust the process, stay firm, being persistent as the gestation percolates, if you continue to nurture not only your goal in your imagination, like the seed, but also yourself, nurse and raise up your self-worth and know that you deserve what you're desiring simply for being you, it has to happen. Now let's look at the role that imagination and self-worth plays. Like many of our creative minds as adults, our container wall was looking shabby and uncared for. It was covered in scars, marks, traumas and memories of its past. Just like our own mind, this wall needed some TLC. So I cleaned off the dust and dirt, the surface issues. I didn't bundle them up and investigate them. I simply washed them away. Then it was time to instill some fresh new paint, to create a beautiful new blank canvas, and then to decorate it with only the things we love. Some of the old patterns were strong and required some extra TLC. Not in the sense of giving them extra attention or healing them, but in covering them with new ideals, to allow them to be forgotten completely over time, so they would no longer tarnish our fresh new wall. This is important because rehashing old baggage can make things even worse. We can't fix ourselves, but we can create a new reality. I taped the edges and switches so any areas I wanted to stay as were could stay as is. After rolling a good layer of paint on the entire wall, I ensured all of the small details were covered until I had the full result I was after. Once the wall was complete and I had achieved my end result, it certainly looked like a wall worthy of displaying some of our favourite things. The old battle scars were gone and the wall was free to express a new desired reality. Using your imagination to mentally rehearse your dream, your new way of being, is crucial to creating a new reality, a new experience, or a new goal. So how long did it take the paint to dry? How long did it take the plants to grow? The conditions were desirable, so probably less time than usual. But how long is a piece of string? We had warm sun and a good breeze and low humidity to dry the wall that day. Had it been raining or humid, it would have taken much longer. The pumpkins and the seeds were planted in rich, nurtured soil. I watered them daily with non-chlorinated water. If not, it would have taken much longer if they had sprouted at all, like our potatoes. So how long will it take for your desire to manifest? It'll be sooner or later depending on your level of desire, your persistence, your faith or trust in the process. It'll depend on how much you nurture your idea in your imagination and upon how worthy you feel to receive it. But know this, the long or short of it is that it is coming, as long as you pursue it and don't give up. Once we understand the elements and ideal conditions, then we can have our desired outcome and we can have it in abundance. Hit the playlist, go get a wine, get some snacks, binge watch. Don't watch that one. No. It's playlist.
Hit the fucking playlist. If you like this video, you're gonna love this one.
hit the playlist.